Hi, yogis. I'm Cassidy, and thanks so much for joining me for this 30-minute fire flow. This yoga class will be a power flow styled class intended to bring you feelings of strength and empowerment. Remember to make modifications, take class at your own pace, and do what feels best in your body. I post free 30-minute yoga classes every Wednesday, so make sure to subscribe to my channel. Roll out your mat, grab some water, and let's get started. We're going to start today's practice in child's pose to gently open the hips before we find some more movement. So bring the big toes together, spread the knees wide, about to the outer edges of your yoga mat. Arms come long in front of you and the forehead rests on the mat. And once you're here, just begin to close the eyes and settle into this space, bringing your mind into the present moment. Trying to let go of any distractions that you're holding on to in the mind and just shift the focus right here onto your yoga mat and into your practice. And as the body grounds into the yoga mat and settles in, let the mind come along and find stillness. Practicing mindfulness throughout our flow today. Keeping the mind on the right here and the right now. And throughout our practice today, our fire flow, we'll be focusing on tapas. And tapas is one of the foundations of yoga, the third niyama, and it means inner fire and discipline. So I invite you to tap into your innate inner fire and strength today as we flow through this class together. Finding the edge or maybe gently pushing beyond the edge of your comfort zone. And start to turn your attention to your breath. First, just noticing the natural rhythm of your breath, however you brought it onto your yoga mat today. And then we'll begin to deepen this breath. So with the next inhale, breathe in through the nose, filling up the belly, and hold at the top. Exhale back through the nose, nice and slow. Just let it all go, sink in a little more. Good. And continue this rhythm on your own time, finding a breath that works for you, setting up the foundation for your yoga practice. Finding long, full inhales and long, full exhales, and staying consistent with that breath throughout our practice today. We'll take one more round of breath here in our child's pose. Maybe you gently massage the forehead against the mat. And then begin to work your way into tabletop onto all fours. Checking in here, shoulders are right above the wrists, hips are right above the knees. We're engaging the core, flattening the spine. And with your next inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the spine, look to the belly button. Inhale to drop the belly, look up for cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, press the ground away from you for cat. Close your eyes and travel through some cat-cows on your own breath here. And I really encourage you to use this time to find intuitive movement. And tapping into our intuition is really part of cultivating that inner fire. So I'd encourage you to just find what feels good here. Listen to your body. Maybe you're looking for hip circles or just some other movement. Feel free to take that and use your breath to guide you through it. We'll take one more round of breath, one more inhale, and one more exhale. And then returning back to that neutral tabletop, engage the core. From here, leave the left hand and left knee planted as you spin open towards the right for a modified side plank. Leaving that knee down and lifting the right hand up towards the sky. Engage the core, lift the right leg, take a big inhale. Exhale and come back to tabletop. From here, leave the right hand and the right knee planted, and we'll open up towards the left, lifting the left hand and the left foot. Engaging the core, take a big inhale. Exhale to come back to tabletop. From here, extend the right arm long in front of you and the left leg behind you. Flex that back foot, engage the core. Take an inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, bring the elbow to meet the knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale to lift. Good. Exhale, crunch it in. Last time. Inhale to lengthen. Good. One more inhale, lift a little bit higher. And see if you can reach around and grab that back foot. Maybe you just look for it today. That's okay. And if you have that foot in the hand, kick the foot into the hand to open up, lifting through the chest. Take a big inhale. Exhale, come back to tabletop. Left arm extends long in front of you. Extend the right leg behind you. Flex the back foot. Take an inhale. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale to lift. Exhale, crunch. One more. Inhale to lift. And exhale to crunch. Inhale, lengthen, and lift a little bit higher, really feeling that core firing up. And then maybe you reach around and grab that back foot, opening the chest, shining that heart forward, just extending your power, your energy out into the world. Take a big inhale. Exhale, come back to tabletop. Good. And from here, we're just going to sit back onto the heels. So coming into hero's pose, and if this isn't comfortable, you can find cross-legged seat, or maybe you bring some sort of support like a yoga block or a pillow under you. So just find something comfortable. I'll be in hero's pose. And I'm going to introduce you to a pranayama, a breathing technique called breath of fire, which only feels fitting considering this is our fire flow. And this breath is really meant to just empower you and build heat and power within the body. So we'll practice one together. Take a big inhale, fill up. And our exhales are going to be a little different. So our exhales are going to be a bunch of short, sharp breaths out instead of one long exhale. So it'll look something like this. Inhale, fill up. Exhale. Good, until all of that air is gone. It might feel a little silly at first, and that's okay. Let's try 2 more rounds of our breath of fire. Take an inhale, fill up. Exhale, breath of fire as you let it go. Good, one more just like that, using the inhales as a rebound from the exhales. Good, take an inhale, fill up. Exhale. Good. And just gently make your way back into tabletop. And then tuck the toes, press the hips up and back, coming into your downward facing dog. Maybe you begin to pedal out the feet a little bit, or just find some movement that's calling to you. And we're going to flow through 2 sun salutation A's together. So with your next inhale, bend the knees, gaze comes forward, and exhale, step the feet to meet the hands at the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine as you find a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale to sweep the arms all the way up, standing in your power, extended mountain pose. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up, maybe a little baby back bend at the top. Exhale, forward fold, keep a flat back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back to plank, and here we're setting up our vinyasa flow. Inhale to shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway to chaturanga or all the way down to the mat. Inhale, shine the heart forward, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, push the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Let's take a big breath together. Inhale. Open the mouth and sigh it out. Exhale. We'll flow through one more sun salutation together, just building up heat and warming up the body. Take an inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float the feet to meet the hands, forward fold. Inhale, find a halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, extended mountain pose. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, find a halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back to plank and flow through your vinyasa. Inhaling to shift forward. Exhaling to lower halfway or all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale to shine the heart forward, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to tuck the toes, press the hips up and back to downward facing dog. Good. Take an inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward once again. Exhale, step the feet to meet the hands, forward fold. Inhale, find that halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to sweep the arms all the way up. And on our exhale, we're gonna sink the hips down into chair pose. So weight is in the heels. You should be able to pick the toes up and wiggle them around. Sitting down nice and low, feeling that engagement through the legs. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Take one more inhale here, fill up. Good. Exhale, bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Hands are at heart center, finding our chair twist and making sure the knees are staying on track with one another here. And we're opening up the heart towards that right side. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly step the left foot back behind you, coming into a twisted lunge. Maybe you open up the arms here. And if the arms are open, just bring them back to heart center. Take an inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale, we're gonna open up all the way to the other direction for warrior two. So the right leg is in front and hips are facing the other way now. Fingertips are pulling in opposite directions, shoulders are relaxed. Take an inhale, reach forward, flip the front palm. Exhale, bring it up and then back for reverse warrior, feeling that expansion through the side body. One more inhale. Exhale, back to warrior two. From here, we're gonna bring the right elbow to the right knee and the left arm lifts up, coming into extended side angle. So this is one of our options here, but if you're looking to add some intensity, you can extend both arms forward like you're holding a big beach ball. Feeling the core engage here. Take an inhale and exhale. Inhale, come back to warrior two. We're gonna straighten out that front leg and then reach forward, flip the front palm, just like our reverse warrior. And then bring it up and back, coming into reverse triangle. So just like our reverse warrior pose, but that front leg is straight. We're opening up through that side body. Take an inhale, expand. Exhale, come back to warrior two, bending into that front knee. From here, we're just gonna cartwheel the hands down to the mat and find a vinyasa flow. So modifying this vinyasa flow as you need to. Maybe you skip it and move straight to downward facing dog. Maybe you keep the knees down in plank. Totally up to you here. So do what's feeling best in your body. And we'll meet back together in downward facing dog. And once you're back in your downward facing dog, let's take a breath together. So inhale to fill up the belly. Open the mouth, let it all go. And check in with yourself. How are you feeling at this point in your yoga practice? Just coming back to the breath, coming back into the present moment if maybe distractions started to creep their way in. We'll find that sequence on the other side. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float the feet to meet the hands, forward fold. Inhale, find a halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, we're gonna sink back into chair pose, and this time challenge yourself. Can you sit just an inch lower and then maybe one more inch? Hands come to heart center. Take a big inhale, puff up the chest. Exhale, we're gonna bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, finding our chair twist, and take a glance down. Make sure the knees are directly in line with one another. There's a tendency for one of the knees to want to jut out in front of the other here. Good. Inhale. Exhale, slowly step the right leg back behind you, stepping into your twisted lunge. Maybe you fly the arms open here. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands back to heart center. And then we're gonna open up all the way into our warrior two. Left leg is in front. And here we want the front heel to be directly in line with that back arch. Shoulders are relaxed. Engage the arms consciously by pulling the fingertips in opposite directions, gazing over that front middle finger, feeling strong here. Inhale, reach forward, flip the front palm. Exhale, bring it up and back, reverse warrior. Good, feeling the breath fill up that space in between the ribs, opening up the side body. Inhale. Good, exhale, back to warrior two, and then straight into our side angle. Left elbow comes to the left knee, right arm lifts up, or maybe you extend both arms in front of you like you're holding that beach ball. One big inhale wherever you're at. Exhale. Inhale, just bring it back to warrior two. We're gonna straighten out the front leg, reach that front palm forward, and then bring it back into our reverse triangle. Front leg is straight, take a big inhale. Exhale, return to your warrior two, bending into that front knee, and we'll cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Option to find a vinyasa flow, or just meet me back in downward facing dog. Take this at your own pace, listen to your body, and do what's feeling best for you. So making our way back to downward facing dog at this point. Take an inhale and reach the right leg up, finding three-legged dog, hips stay square to the mat. Exhale, we're gonna bring the right elbow to the right knee. Inhale, lengthen that leg. Good, exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, we're gonna bring the right knee over to the left elbow. And then we're gonna kick that leg all the way through, kick the right leg through, right hand stays planted on the mat, spin the back heel down and lift up with the left arm, finding fallen triangle. And you can stay in your down dog or three-legged dog. If this isn't working for you today, that's totally fine. Just wanted to offer it as an option. Just take one inhale in your fallen triangle. And on your exhale, plant that left hand back down and work your way back into downward facing dog. We'll find that sequence on the other side. So take an inhale, reach the left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to the left elbow. Inhale to lift. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Inhale to lift. Exhale, bring that left knee to the right elbow. Kick that left leg all the way through. Spin the back heel down and reach up with that right arm for fallen triangle. One big inhale. Exhale, right hand comes back to the mat. And then maybe this is graceful and you come back through three-legged dog, or maybe you need to take a few more steps along the way to get back to down dog. And either way is totally fine. Just get back to downward facing dog, however that's working for you. So we'll meet back there. Good. Take an inhale, reach the right leg up, three-legged dog once again. Exhale, step that foot in between the hands at the top of the mat, finding low lunge, lifting the chest away from that front knee, engaging the core. On your next inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, crescent lunge, finding that balance, using your core to find stability. Inhale. Exhale, extend the arms behind you as you find a gentle tilt forward, airplane arms. Inhale, sweep the arms back up, crescent lunge. Take an inhale here. Exhale, find a little tiny back bend in your crescent lunge. Good. Exhale, plant the hands all the way to the mat and flow through your vinyasa. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Using this time to reconnect with the breath, reconnect with that inner fire. Good. And once we're back in downward facing dog, let's take a breath together. Inhale to fill up. Open the mouth, let it go. Good. Inhale, lift the left leg for three-legged dog. Hips stay square. Exhale, step that foot in between the hands, finding low lunge, runner's lunge. Staying engaged here, roll the shoulders away from the ears, lift through the chest. And with your next inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, crescent lunge. Good. Energy is extending up through the fingertips, up through the crown of the head. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. Inhale. Exhale, extend the arms behind you as you tilt forward, finding airplane arms, firing up the core. Inhale, sweep the arms back up to crescent lunge, and maybe you find that little back bend at the top. Exhale, plant the hands to the mat and flow through your final vinyasa of today's practice. Maybe you challenge yourself by adding an extra chaturanga, or maybe you skip it altogether and come straight back to downward facing dog. Your choice here. And once you're back in your downward facing dog, just take any final movements you need. So maybe you want to pedal out the feet one last time, or just use this time to find stillness here, pressing the heels down to the mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, we're gonna lower the knees down, just coming back to tabletop. And once you're here, let's inhale to find cow, and exhale to find cat. And we'll take some more time for intuitive movement here, so close your eyes, let the body do what it needs. Maybe it's cat-cows or other movements. We'll take 2 more breaths. Coming back to that neutral tabletop, and just make your way into a comfortable seated position. We won't be here long. We're going to move straight into boat pose. So for boat pose, we'll lift the legs up, keeping a bend in the knees. And you can use your hands behind the knees for some extra support, or extend the fingertips forward. Boat pose. Maybe you want an additional challenge and you straighten out the legs here. Good. Also an option to keep the toes or the heels on the yoga mat for some extra support. We're going to find some toe taps in our boat pose, just a little more core work before we close out our practice. So take an inhale, and then we're going to tap the right foot down to the mat, and then the left foot. Right foot taps, then left foot. Find your own pace here for another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just extend the legs long in front of you. Shake it out. Take a deep breath. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, keep a flat back as you fold over the legs, finding a seated forward fold. Option to keep a gentle bend through the knees here as well. Stretching out the legs, let this feel nice. With your next inhale, slowly walk your hands up the legs, coming back into our just seated position. Legs are long in front of us. Good. From here, reach for the toes, take a big inhale. Exhale, engage the core, and as slowly as you can, roll all the way back until you're lying down. And once you're there, just hug the knees into the chest. You can take some rocks from side to side or back and forth, just giving yourself a little back massage. Good. And then we're just going to allow both knees to fall off towards the right side of the yoga mat. Right hand comes on top of the knees for some support. Left hand reaches out to the side and the head looks to the left. Shoulders stay planted on the mat for a supine twist. Just letting yourself relax and release here. You made it through the most challenging parts of our practice today, and now it's just time to return to stillness and relax and renew our energy for whatever lies ahead of you. Just let it all go. Feel the breath return to that nice steady pace, and the heart rate slow down a little bit. And just gently bring both knees back into the chest. You can take some more rocks from side to side or back and forth. And then allow both knees to fall off towards the left side of the yoga mat. Left hand comes on top of the knees. Right arm extends out to the side, head looks to the right, and the shoulders plant on the mat. Supine twist, close the eyes and just allow yourself to surrender and release, knowing that the mat is under you to support you. You did so much hard work today and you deserve this time. So just let this stretch feel good. Revisiting our intention, our theme of tapas today. Being proud of yourself for channeling any strength and power within you and using it for today's practice. Just let go. Allow yourself to relax. And just gently bring both knees back into the chest, taking any more movements side to side or back and forth. And we're going to grab onto the soles of the feet and open up for happy baby. And have fun with this. You can rock from side to side. You can straighten one leg and then the other. Good. Slowly bring both knees back into the chest, hugging them in. And at this point, you're welcome to take any final movements you need to complete your yoga practice today. When you're ready, just hug the knees into the chest. Take an inhale. Give yourself the tightest squeeze you can. Head comes up to meet the knees. And with your exhale, just allowing yourself to release into our final resting pose today, Shavasana. And as we find stillness here in Shavasana, just remind yourself once again that you deserve this time to renew and recharge your energy for whatever lies ahead of you in your day or your week. Be proud of yourself for getting on your yoga mat and practicing today. You showed up for yourself, and that is an incredible accomplishment. And say something nice to yourself. That's something we don't do enough. Maybe it's just, I'm proud of you for being here today. Give yourself a compliment. And think about how you'll carry your inner fire, your strength, and your power into your day with you beyond the yoga mat. How you're going to embody tapas and your inner fire in your daily life. And we'll find stillness here in Shavasana for just a bit longer. Just allowing every little muscle in the body to relax, the mind to be still. As you're ready, take a full body stretch. Arch the back, point the toes, reaching the arms up overhead. And then hug the knees into the chest. Begin to rock back and forth, eventually making your way into a seated position, taking as many passes back and forth as you need. Bring the hands to heart center, keep the eyes closed. Thank you so much for joining me today for our fire flow. And let me know in the comments below if you liked this style of class and you'd like to see more classes like it. Remember to like and subscribe for weekly yoga classes, and I'm really looking forward to flowing with you again. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste.